in that ointment. He'll be taking on Gamboa in our final fight of the evening. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for Gamboa and Jimenez in this 130-pound showdown. Gamboa 26 years of age, Jimenez 28 years of age. Gamboa 128.5 pounds. He's rehydrated all the way up to 140 pounds. Jimenez at 131 pounds at the official weigh-in. On our unofficial scales, he's only added 1 pound to 132. Time for the rules with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The yuriorkis Gamboa Darling Jimenez fight is scheduled for 10 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case it is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 10th and final round. Bob.
All right, Harold, we're looking forward to the showdown, and there is Darling Jimenez, born in the Dominican Republic, fighting out of the Bronx in New York City. Max, just a couple of years ago, this kid was viewed as a hot prospect, and he has, not to the level of Gamboa, but a pretty good amateur resume as well.
The real difference is Gamboa was an international superstar, gold medal Olympian. Darling Jimenez did not succeed on the international level, but at the local level, the New York Golden Gloves, very prestigious local tournament, he won 4 consecutive years. In 3 of those years, Bob, he was the Sugar Ray Robinson Award recipient for the best fighter at any weight class in the New York Golden Gloves. So he was a real prospect, as you mentioned.
You wonder about ring rust. He has not fought in 1 year and 20 days. His last fight was April the 27th of last year, knocked out Michael Anchondo in the 3rd round. He says management problems. He didn't have anybody who was getting fights for him. He says he's got his team in place and he's got a renewed focus.
Yeah, and by the way, he's a good contender. He's a good fighter who knows how to handle himself, and the kind of guy that phenoms like Gamboa have to get by if they want to go on to great things.
So Jimenez has made his way into the ring, awaiting Gamboa, the 2004 Olympic gold medalist at 112 pounds, representing Cuba. Gamboa is full of confidence. He appears to have a tremendous work ethic, Lennox. He's got all the tools. He only has 9 fights as a pro. He's stepping up in class.
He may have 9 fights as a professional, but he's had over 450 fights as an amateur. And let me tell you, coming from the Cuban system, you know, he's basically a professional, and he's gone through a lot of things that most professionals haven't gone through yet. So when he steps in the ring, he's very poised, and he's a great guy to watch. You know, he's got a good style, and he's also got fast, quick foot movement, so he can really break down a guy fast and chasing him around the ring as quick as possible. But when you see his speed, you're gonna say he's fast.
He was training for the Pan American Games in Venezuela with the Cuban team in December of '06. Crossed into Colombia, fought his first 4 fights in Germany. His wife and daughter have since defected, so he has his family unit together, so he's well grounded, Max.
Yes, and speaking of the ground, Lennox mentioned the foot speed. The way Gamboa closes the distance on his opponents is reminiscent, you mentioned Meldrick Taylor, Lennox, of Mike Tyson or Jack Dempsey in miniature.
We're set for the formal introductions once again to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Terrible's Prim Valley Casino Resorts of Nevada and the Buffalo Bill Arena, this is the 3rd and final bout of a sensational triple header in boxing, the Night of the Rising Stars, brought to you by Gary Shaw Promotions and Arena Box Promotions in association with Affliction Band. This contest, as all the others, is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman John Bailey, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout will be Raul Caiz Sr., Patricia Morse-Jarman, and Dolby Shirley. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action, Russell Mora. And now 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the junior lightweight division. On the line, the vacant WBC international title. So for all the fans in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO Boxing After Dark, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, official weight 131 pounds. His professional record, 23 victories, including 14 knockouts, 2 defeats, 2 bouts even. Fighting out of Yonkers, New York, Darling Scorpion Jimenez. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue, officially weighing 128.5 pounds, undefeated as a professional, 9 bouts, 9 victories, 8 of those 9 victories by knockout, originally from Guantanamo, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Yuriorkis, El Ciclón de Guantanamo, Gamboa.
Okay, take your time. Okay. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, I want a clean fight. Yo quiero una pelea limpia. Dios los bendiga. Toquen guantes. Touch up. God bless.
Gamboa is called the Cyclone of Guantanamo. See if he can take Darling Jimenez and the boxing world in this country by storm.
Gamboa told us that the people of Guantanamo are fiery people, passionate and aggressive. That's what I bring into the ring. He starts out with a left hand in aggressive fashion. If you look at Jimenez, mentioned he's coming off over a year layoff. He's only had 1 fight since August of '06. And Gamboa digging in with the hand speed to start.
You can see the Meldrick Taylor comparison, Lennox, that you made earlier, but Gamboa is a better puncher than Meldrick Taylor was.
You're looking at 2 boxers with extensive amateur careers, so you know this is a great technical fight, great technical matchup of boxers.
I had a chance to be at ringside in Athens for each of Gamboa's fights, and every time you came into the ring, there was a buzz, and you just said to yourself, man, this guy doesn't fight like your typical amateur.
He's showing Jimenez respect here, circling on the perimeter more than he normally does. Normally he makes a beeline to his opponent.
Get him up, get him up.
Doubles up with the left hand, does Gamboa.
Break! Step back, no. Watch your shoulders.
Exchange lefts. Gamboa with a right hand that snuck in.
And yet you see Jimenez able to hit him a couple times because his hands are down by his waist.
I was going to say that his hands are down when he's making that attack, and that's a vital mistake he's making because he leaves himself open. And he also helps the other guy to help with the power of his shots when he goes in.
You can see why he does keep his hands down, because he's so fast, he's able to get his punches off first anyway, but he's vulnerable to counter punches when he comes in that way, Gamboa is.
Has to wind up with that left. Jimenez dips under it. Here's the head movement from Gamboa, able to get away from some danger and then fire a combination.
Just a sensational athlete, Gamboa.
Touches Jimenez from the body, combination up to the head. Doubles up the right hand.
I mean, to be able to stand in front of a fighter as good as Jimenez with his hands down like that, as dangerous as it is, it's impressive.
Yeah, Jimenez got caught.
He wants him to throw punches. That's why he's got his hands down and standing in front of his face.
So if you throw one, I'm going to throw 6. End of 1.